game. The players I talked to today, they were pretty confident about their venture tonight. They felt real confident, and they felt that they could beat this Glenbard South team. The problem, though, after the regionals is that they go into one of the toughest regionals, toughest sectionals in the state, with York, Willowbrook, and Oak Park all there. And so if they get out of the regionals, they have a tough time next week. But right now, the game at
Welcome to tonight's championship regional girls basketball game. The Hilltoppers from Glenbard West will be playing host to the Raiders of Glenbard South. I'd like to at this time to introduce the substitutes for Glenbard South.
Okay, they're going to introduce the substitutes first.
Number 35, junior Pam Birch. Number 22, junior Angela Casetto. Number 54, sophomore Jackie Spicer. Number 45, junior Donna Russell. Number 24, junior Lisa Reed. Number 20, junior Tracy Linder. Number 10, senior Sandy Scarron. And the starting lineup for the Raiders, playing stars, number 21, junior Troy Maratas. Playing guards, number 30, junior Linda McLaughlin.
Number 30, Linda McLaughlin.
Playing forward, senior number 43, Meg Seiberlich.
43, Meg
Playing
Seiberlich.
forward, junior number 11, Laura Hanley.
Laura Hanley.
And playing center, senior number 42, Julie Jensen.
Julie Jensen is
The Raiders are coached by Mr. Brian Stiles.
The coach is Mr. Brian Stiles. And it's South Raiderettes are about to start to take on the Glenbard West team.
Okay, we would like to introduce the substitutes for Glenbard West.
Substitutions for
Junior number
Glenbard
53, Ann Price.
Glenbard West is a young team that's been bringing back
Senior number
next
52,
year, including Audrey
Sue Byrne.
Giacometti, Jamie Trapp, and
Senior number 25, Sandy Hoffman.
Elizabeth Ketnick.
Junior number 41, Colleen
It's been up and down
Bosman.
here for Glenbard West, but they've shown some
Junior number
basketball,
31,
especially
Jamie Frost.
Colleen Jasmine should be a factor tonight.
Junior number 20, Laura Lori Bass.
Extremely well against New York in the final game
And
of the season.
senior number 24, Kathy Brown.
The game against Glenbard North.
The starting lineup for the Glenbard West Hilltoppers, playing stars, number 23, senior Amy Bassius.
As the guard, she's number 23.
Playing stars, number 30, junior Janine Trapp. Jenny Trapp.
Play the guard.
Playing forward, sophomore, number 40, Audra Giacometti.
Audrey Giacometti, the forward.
Playing forward, number 54, senior Sharon Mulcahy.
Sharon Mulcahy, the center.
And playing playing center, junior, number 50, Elizabeth Kendrick. The Hilltoppers are coached by Ms. Karen Judge.
Karen Judge is the coach. And we're almost set for basketball here.
Will you please stand for the Star Spangled Banner?
Stadium. We're ready for the Star Spangled Banner. Grasshopers take on the Glenbard South Raiders. Should be an exciting game tonight, although Glenbard West is expected to win and go on to the sectionals Monday night at Addison Trail. It's a very, not much of a crowd here tonight for either team. It is a very rainy night, and it is also thunder and lightning as Glenbard West takes the court.
It'll be Katnick jumping for Glenbard West. Her opponents will be jumping. Lorna Hanley will be jumping, a 5'10 junior, and Katnick is 6'2. Katnick wins the jump. Okay, recovers. Gets it down to Jenny Trapp. Jenny Trapp looking baseline for something. Gets it back out to Badgedeck up on top. Badgedeck to Trapp on the side. Gets back up to Badgedeck up top to Audrey Giaconetti on the side. Dishes one into Sharon Mulcahy. Nice little pass. Mulcahy misses the shot, and it will be out of bounds on Sharon Mulcahy. So it'll be Meg Sieberlich inbounding the ball for Glenbard South. Glenbard West setting up in a half-court trap. Ball over to Nierados. Down to McLaughlin, back to Nierados. Nierados driving around, trying to find something inside, can't find anything. Gets caught up. Nierados just dribbling around. Gets down low to Hanley on baseline. Hanley looking for something inside, can't find anything. Back out to Nierados. To Hanley, low. Hanley drives baseline with a nice baseline drive. Puts one up, misses. Okay with the rebound. Okay gives it to Badgedeck, and Badgedeck will bring up the ball for West. Badgedeck to Trapp driving in, gets to Giaconetti. Giaconetti drives around her opponent, puts up the shot, but she travels. Sieberlich inbounding the ball again for Glenbard South.
Glenbard West is trying not to stay away from those mistakes tonight.
Play a clean game, they should come out on top. Sieberlich with the ball on the trap for Glenbard West again in the trap. And Nierados just threw that one out of bounds.
Very sluggish start, 6:54 left in the first quarter. Still 0-0.
The Badgedeck bringing up the ball for Glenbard West, and Glenbard South now, and they're playing a man-to-man defense starting at half court, picking up their men at half court. Trapp trying to throw one down low to Mulcahy, and it was tipped by a Glenbard South player, so then Mulcahy trying to recover, lost the ball out of bounds, so it'll be Glenbard South with the ball. Nierados bringing up the ball for Glenbard South. West again in there, half-court trap, gets it to Hanley. Hanley dribbling. Hanley started to drive the lane, but she palmed the ball on that one, so it'll be Glenbard West out of bounds. Badgedeck bringing up the ball. Badgedeck throws one into Jenny Trapp. Jenny Trapp drives baseline with a nice little shot, but misses. Katnick with the rebound. Nice follow-up shot by Elizabeth Katnick, who makes the shot, making the score 2-0 in favor of Glenbard West with 6:17 left in the first quarter. South on that last drive down, trying to break the press, gets to Hanley, who lost the ball, and Jenny Trapp recovered. So it'll be Badgedeck up on top for Glenbard West. Trapp trying to feed one into Mulcahy on the inside, loses the ball, and it was Glenbard South there with the fast break, and Linda McLaughlin with an easy layup there.
Glenbard South penetrated the Glenbard West defense and went right behind them. Can't let that happen.
Badgedeck and Giaconetti getting a little caught up in the trap, but gets it across for West, so it'll be Badgedeck up on top. Down to Trapp. Trapp to Badgedeck up on top. Badgedeck caught up in her defender. Gets it out to Giaconetti on the side. Back to Badgedeck up on top. Badgedeck down to Trapp. Nice pass to Sharon Mulcahy. Puts up a shot, puts the travel on that one. Tried to drive baseline and took too many steps. That'll be Sieberlich inbounding the ball for South. Nierados will be bringing out the ball for South. Gets to McLaughlin, back to Nierados. Still trying to cross half court. Just drove the foul on Audrey Giaconetti, looks like, for a reach. As Nierados was trying to drive around her, Audra reached in and grabbed her.
Well, Audra slipped also, and she had to come back, and doing so reached in.
The Sieberlich will be inbounding the ball for South. Gets it to Nierados. West in a man-to-man defense. McLaughlin with the ball on baseline for South. Gets it to Sieberlich up on gets to Nirados up on top. Nirados driving baseline, and there'll be a foul on Amy Badgedeck with a push.
Foul on Amy Badgedeck, her 13 seconds.
I thought Nirados was charging, Badgedeck was not in a good position, and
Yeah.
Nirados charged right in there, took advantage of it.
Looks like Nirados used her elbow a little bit, but they didn't call it. So it'll be Jensen with the ball. Back up top to Sieberlich. Sieberlich threw one to Jensen, who lost the ball out of bounds. It'll be Glenbard West bringing it up. The score again tied 2-all with 4:51 left in the first quarter. Audrey Giaconetti will be bringing it up for West. Pass it to Badgedeck, still trying to cross court. Glenbard South in a trap. West brought it down to Jenny Trop, who passed one down to Mulcahy, and the Glenbard South player knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be Jenny Trop inbounding the ball for West underneath their own basket. Trop gets it to back Giaconetti baseline. Badgedeck up on top. Gets one to Audrey Giaconetti, who puts up a shot, bounces off the rim, and recovered by Julie Jensen of Glenbard South. To be Nirados bringing up the ball for South. Nirados just drives right in the lane and takes a shot, misses. Mulcahy comes up with the rebound. Glenbard South playing very good defense, not letting Glenbard get it inside very much at all.
You're going to have to look at Nirados all night. She's really playing a good ball game up to this point.
The Badgedeck with the ball, taking a shot. Nice shot for Amy Badgedeck. It's just in a rain off to the side of the free throw line. Making the score now 4-2 in favor of Glenbard West with 4:04 left in the first quarter. Glenbard South breaking the West trap, gets down to Sieberlich down low, up to Nirados, down to McLaughlin, who looks to drive baseline, can't find anything. Gets
I
it.
thought she traveled.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one, but they missed it. And then Ketnick coming up with the rebound. She was trying to outlet the ball to Jenny Trop, and she took a few steps backwards, so it'll be Glenbard South with the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket.
Score is 4-2 with 3:45 left in the first quarter.
Be Sieberlich down to Nirados with to Jensen. Jensen wide open on that shot. Pops one in. Julie Jensen with the shot. South in a half-court trap. West gets it to Ketnick across the line. Gets back up to Badgedeck up on top. Set up a play. Badgedeck to Trop to Giaconetti. Giaconetti back to Trop up on top. Looking for something inside, can't find anything, gets to Badgedeck. Badgedeck looking for Ketnick, gets her in the middle. Ketnick with turnaround jump shot off the front of the rim. Durafos with the rebound. Nice long pass on McLaughlin, who misses the layup. And Badgedeck comes up with the ball, and it'll be Amy Badgedeck breaking down the court, who holds it up a little bit. Holds up trying to find a play. Gets it to Ketnick on baseline. Ketnick passes up to Trop up on top. Trop with a nice baseline, drives the lane, and looks like she was fouled on the shot.
Glenbard South is doing an excellent job on defense. They're not letting Glenbard West inside at all. They're having to shoot from the outside, and therefore Glenbard West is not known for their perimeter shooting at all.
South again with very good defense on the inside players. Jenny Trop, this is the first one of her 2 shots on that foul. She'll have one more. Jenny Trop misses another one. Julie Jensen comes up with the rebound for South, gets it to Nirados. Nirados brings it up past half court. Lost it, recovers, gets it to Jensen. Jensen tries to pass one into Hanley, and Mulcahy with a good defensive play knocked the ball, but looks like they might have called a foul, and they did call a foul on Sharon Mulcahy for a block. So it'll be Meg Sieberlich inbounding the wall for Glenbard South. Nirados with the ball. Gets it to Jensen into the middle of the Hanley. Back out to Nirados, down to Sieberlich. Nirados gets it to Jensen. Jensen back to Sieberlich, or Nirados. Nirados with the shot. Misses. McLaughlin with rebound, misses.
Sharon Mulcahy got the foul. Going over the back.
Sharon Mulcahy,
She has to stay away from those fouls.
Sharon Mulcahy that's her second foul, I believe. And so Colleen Brosnan will be entering the game for Sharon.
Colleen has picked her play up very effectively in the last couple games, coming off the bench for Glenbard West.
So it will still be, or was that a foul? Foul on the shot there? Lori Batt will be entering the game for Jenny Trapp. That was a foul on Jenny Trapp. So it'll be Linda McLaughlin on the line with 2 shots. Misses the first one, so she'll have 1 more to go.
What Glenbard West doesn't need to do is have a foul fest and put Glenbard South on the line too many times tonight.
McLaughlin hits the second one, making the score 5-4 in favor of Glenbard South with 2:22 left in the first quarter. Badgedeck passes to Batch, who tries to cross line, can't find anything, gets Badgedeck. They break the press pretty well there. Jack and Eddie back to Badgedeck up on top. Badgedeck gets to Bat on the side. Long lob pass to Kentnick with the turnaround jump shot. Nice turnaround shot for Elizabeth Kentnick. It's a good feed there by Lori Bat. Nice lob pass over Kentnick's defender, and Kentnick was easily able to put up 2 shots. Badgedeck caught with the foul there she was trying to break up on their press. There was a pass to Urados, and Badgedeck going to recover that. She stole the pass and tried to recover, and it'll be a foul on Amy Badgedeck. So it'll be Joy Urados will be on the line with 1-1 as Glenbard South is in the bonus. Urados misses the shot, gets to Brosnan, to Giaconetti, to Badgedeck. Badgedeck brings up, nice drive by Amy Badgedeck, who misses a layup. Kentnick with the rebound, misses. Badgedeck tipped it, and Giaconetti recovered. Giaconetti with a nice speed to Kentnick for the easy layup. Nice job by Glenbard West. Audrey Giaconetti with a nice pass down to Elizabeth Kentnick, who was able to make the easy layup shot. Glenbard West again, they're trapped. Joy Urados breaking through there. Colleen Brosnan got her hand on there, but Sieberlich got her hands on it. McLaughlin with the rebound, puts one up, goes in, and there'll be a foul on the shot.
Glenbard South, if they get inside, they're dynamite. They haven't missed a shot from the inside.
There'll be a foul on the shot, and the basket's good, and it'll be...
It's the 7th foul for Glenbard West in the first quarter. Unbelievable. It shouldn't be happening. They practically gave the game away last week against York because of the fouls. And Glenbard East did the same thing Monday night with practically giving away the game with the fouls.
Hanley was on the free throw line there with the 1-1. Misses. West comes up the ball. It'll be Jenny Trapp up on top, down to Giaconetti on the side. Giaconetti looking to feed to Kentnick again, can't find anything. Gets back out to Jenny Trapp. Jenny Trapp to Giaconetti. Giaconetti looking for Kentnick on the inside, who's being well covered by Jensen. And Jenny Trapp has traveled with the ball, so it'll be Glenbard South bringing it up. With the score 8-7 in favor of Glenbard West, with 1:05 left in the first quarter. Joy Urados bringing up the ball for South. Glenbard West again, their half-court trap. Sieberlich with the ball, gets to Urados. Urados, who crosses the line, drives the lane. Nice drive by Urados, who passes down to Jensen, who misses the sideline shot. And Jenny Trapp brings it up for West. Holds up, she's on a break, holds up. Gets to Lori Batt. Lori Batt driving around her defender. Nice speed to Kentnick, nice lob pass to Elizabeth Kentnick, right over her defender. And Kentnick was able to make and again, another short, easy shot for Kentnick.
It's a way to penetrate the Glenbard South defense right there.
Nice play by Kentnick and Batt.
Let Kentnick use her height all night.
Glenbard West able to keep South on their side for 10 seconds with their trap, so it'll be Glenbard West out of bounds.
Got 24 seconds left in the first quarter. The score is 10-7 in favor of Glenbard West.
It'll be Jenny Trapp up on the ball. Up on top of the ball. Gets to back to Trapp. Trapp to Giaconetti on the side. Looking for Kentnick on the inside, can't find anything. Gets it to Giaconetti. Giaconetti with a nice fake and a drive around her defender, McLaughlin, and McLaughlin fouled her.
McLaughlin, her 13 seconds.
So it'll be Lori Batt inbounding the ball for West. Lori Batt out to Giaconetti on the side. Jack Nettie with a baseline shot. Air ball by Jack Nettie. Mioratos with a nice long breaking pass to McLaughlin, who with a turnaround shot misses. Back comes up with the ball. Trop on the last second shot and making the score 10-7 at the end of the first quarter in favor of Glenbard West.
What has really dominated the game so far is the fouls. There have been 7 fouls committed by Glenbard West to 2 for Glenbard South. Early on in the first quarter, that means that Glenbard South was shooting in a bonus with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter, giving them a couple extra shots. Amy Badgerek has 2 points for Glenbard West, and Elizabeth Ketnick has all the rest of the points with 8. So Elizabeth using her height advantage very well tonight, and if they keep working on that, they should be able to take this game. Glenbard South has 2 fouls, one on Joy Neuratis and the other on Linda McLaughlin. Linda leads Glenbard South with 5 points, and Julie Jensen is second with the other 2. That makes the score 10-7, as we're almost ready to go back to the start of the first quarter, as our compatriot Barry Holmes, who will be doing the cable, has arrived and will take over. And this is WGHS 88.5 FM. I'm Craig Cole along with Tracy Tapper.
Thanks.
We're almost set for the second.
This. Yeah. And Amy Badgerek now has the ball. Gets it over to Audrey Jaconetti. Jaconetti over to Badgerek, back over to Lori Bett. Badgerek gets it inside now to Elizabeth Ketnick, and Elizabeth Ketnick scores. And that makes it 12-7 now, 7:34 left to go here in the second period. As South gets the ball down inside. Shot by Glenbard South. And makes it 12-9 now. Glenbard West, excuse me. Elizabeth Ketnick, nice pass inside to Elizabeth Ketnick. Makes the score now 14-9, 7:05 left to go.
Stay here the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't think when you're talking. How about a few minutes since I was your kid? Appreciate that.
Foul on Sharon Mulcahy, her third.
Foul on Sharon Mulcahy, that was her 3rd personal.
Linda McLaughlin at the line, shooting 1-1.
And the McLaughlin will have a 1-1, as you heard on the PA. Misses the shot, but we got another whistle. And it's going to be a foul on Glenbard South.
Foul on Laura Hadley, her first, team third.
Lori Batt now brings the ball across. It's over to Jaconetti, back over to Lori Batt, over to Amy Badgerek. Badgerek gets it over to Elizabeth Ketnick. Nice pass and a shot, but she was fouled on the play.
Foul on Julie Jensen, her first, team fourth. Elizabeth Ketnick at the line, shooting 1-1.
Elizabeth Ketnick will
Shooting
be
2.
on the line. She'll be shooting 2. I'm Barry Holmes. As we're bringing you live Glenbard West basketball, girls basketball. Elizabeth Ketnick's first foul shot does not hit it. So she'll get a chance for a second one. Second shot. It goes, but we've got a whistle. And we'll go the other way as we have a lane violation. Number 43, Siberlik gets it out to her guard. And Ferrados loses it, but we got a mad scramble for the basketball. And it's going to go the other way. Siberlik will unbounds the ball to her guard. Neferatos gets it out now to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back across court past to Siberlik. Gets it out over to, and a nice rejection there by Elizabeth Ketnick as McLaughlin tried to put up the shot and was and that was put back in her face, as they say. Siberlik gets it in bounds now. Neferatos rejected again by Ketnick. Then she gets another rejection. And a mad scramble for the ball. And Siberlik puts it up. No good. Badgedeck now. Over to Jaconetti. Jaconetti's going to put up a shot. And it does not hit anything. Glenbard not hitting their shots, but she traveled with the basketball. As we've got a very boisterous crowd here. Live from Glenbard North High School. That now over to Jaconetti, gets it out to Badgedeck, over to Lori Batt. Batt now over to Badgedeck, and Badgedeck travels with the ball. So not really very well here, looking very well here for Glenbard West, as they are making a lot of mental errors. Only 14-9, 5:56 left to go till halftime. South trying to get the ball across, bad pass. Jaconetti now. Jaconetti over to Jaconetti, gets it back, pump fake and puts up a shot. 16-9. This is for the regional championship, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this will advance to the sectionals to be held at Addison Trail. South over to McLaughlin, back over to Siberlik. Short. Badgedeck with a rebound. Badgedeck on the move. Gets it out to Jaconetti. Jaconetti over to Ketnick. Ketnick again. And it's 18-9. Glenbard West up by 9 points. As Glenbard South brings it across. Neferatos driving, gets it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin makes it now 18-11. Jaconetti over to Lori Batt. Fast-paced action. Both teams relatively breezed through the first game as Ketnick puts it up. Both teams relatively breezed through their regionals, first round regional games. And this has been a fast-paced game. It's hardly giving me a chance to take a breath. Now, Siberlik. Siberlik driving. Jaconetti on top of her. She puts up a shot, rims out. Lori Batt gets the basketball. Gets it over to Badgedeck. Badgedeck will bring it up slowly now. 4:13 left to go here. Jaconetti over to Badgedeck. And we got to travel, and it's going to go the other way. As now we're going to have a substitution. Number 54, Fleischer, as she checks in. And Neferatos brings it across. Gets it over now to McLaughlin. McLaughlin driving. Loses the ball. And it's going to go to Glenbard South. Siberlik now. Well, we're going to have a timeout. As Glenbard West is up by 20-11, 3:56 left to go till halftime. I'm Barry Holmes as I take over the broadcast duties. It's been a pleasure to be with you here tonight on a very bad Thursday night. Been a relatively fast-paced basketball game as both Glenbard West and Glenbard South definitely liking to run. But Glenbard South definitely now without a height advantage. And so they're going to try to work at perimeter shooting, and it's been working for them thus far. As Elizabeth Ketnick is just really getting a lot of sound passes and putting them up. So she's going to be the key person, as well as Sharon Mulcahy, who is on the bench right now. So as now we get back on the floor and get set for some more action. I'll run down that lineup for you. Jack and Eddie, Lori Batt, Amy Badgedeck, Elizabeth Ketnick, and Colleen Brosnan, who late in the season has really come on strong for the Lady Toppers. As South now working the ball in. Ferrados puts up a long shot, does not fall for, and Badgedeck comes up with a rebound. Badgedeck on the move. And she gets it into Elizabeth Ketnick. Ketnick shoots, does not make it, but is fouled on the play.
Fouling Jackie Fleischer, her first, team fifth. Elizabeth
So
Ketnick,
Jackie Fleischer picks up her first personal foul. First shot goes up. And that makes it 21-11, 3:42 till halftime. And now the second shot goes up. It goes in for. Now 22-11, 3:41. As Ferrados brings it in there. Gets it out to Sieberlich. Sieberlich's another outside shot's not going for. And if Glenbard South doesn't watch it, they could find themselves in a heap of problems as Jake and Eddie's shot does not go for. And now the little guard for Glenbard South on the run, but Lori Batt knocked it out of bounds. Fine defensive play. As Sieberlich gets it across. Jump shot by Hanley, no good. And we got a foul on Glenbard South. I think it's on Sieberlich.
Fouling Meg Seiberlich, her first, team fifth. Audrey Jaconetti at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
So Meg Seiberlich picks up a foul in the latter going of the first half. So Audra now. Shot does not fall for. Rebound Glenbard South, but she loses the ball. Glenbard South definitely not playing well here in the early going, and if they continue to play this way, they're going to find themselves with a heap of problems as Glenbard West will bury you. Badgedeck over to Jaconetti. Jaconetti over to Brosnan, back out to Jaconetti. Lori Batt is wide open. Now gets it down low to Colleen. Colleen got rejected, and we get a jump ball, but West fans can't take that. They don't want that call. They felt that she was fouled. Nevertheless, we have a jump ball between Hanley and Brosnan. And South comes up with it. Ferrados over to Seiberlich. Seiberlich, air ball. Badgedeck bringing it across on the move. Badgedeck over to Jaconetti, back over to Jaconetti. Batt, back over to Jaconetti. To Badgedeck, Badgedeck driving. Badgedeck puts up a shot, does not fall for. So Glenbard South still relatively in this basketball game due to the bad shooting, but she walked with a basketball. So Glenbard South is not really playing as up to their capabilities. I think it's just nerves. And the substitutions are coming in all over the place. Scourin comes in. Jenny Trapp will come in now for the Hilltoppers. And she's going to run the show here. Lori Batt to Badgedeck. Badgedeck is going to put up a shot. Does not go for, but it's going to go to blue. You're watching girls basketball, the regional championships. The winner will advance to the sectionals. The loser will go home. As South gets it across, Hanley holds it up, gets it out to Scourin. Scourin running the show here. Gets out Seiberlich, back over to Scourin. Down low to Hanley. Hanley with a jump shot. It does not fall for. South getting good shots, and they're just not going for them. Trop now over to Bajadek, back over to Trop. Over to Bajadek, over to Trop, over to Bat. Bat gets it out to Trop. Going to play around with the ball, I guess, a little bit. Pass it around. As they're just playing a little catch. Elizabeth Ketnick working it down low, trying to get open. Bajadek gets it out to Trop up top. Got a minute 19. The game well in their favor. And they want a timeout.
Timeout, Glenbard West.
So, as Glenbard West calls timeout, I'd like to remind you, you're watching Glenbard West girls basketball once again. I'm Barry Holmes. As it's been a relatively fast-paced basketball game, but Glenbard West seems to have things well in hand. They basically doing what they want to do, get it inside Elizabeth Ketnick. They want to utilize their height advantage that they have on Glenbard South. Glenbard South not playing very well as of now. Little mental mistakes are killing them. And what they need to do is kind of work for better perimeter shooting and try to maybe work it inside to their inside people and get things rolling and try to maybe get Elizabeth Ketnick or Sharon Mulcahy into foul trouble. And Sharon now is sitting on the bench and has been on the bench for quite some time with foul difficulties. And they can get Elizabeth Ketnick out of there. It could be more of a seasoned or a more even game because Elizabeth thus far is basically scoring most of the points for them. As the perimeter shooting of Glenbard West has not been up to par. They're missing a lot of shots, and thus far is what's really keeping, I think, Glenbard South into this basketball game, because 11 points and this caliber of basketball right now is not a very big margin. As now we're back to live action. Bajadek over to Lori Bat. Gets it out to Bajadek. Bajadek over to Trop, back over to Lori Bat. And Lori Bat working things. Now she gets it over to Trop. Bajadek works it up top. Gets it over to Lori Bat. As Elizabeth Ketnick now is going to be on the bench, taking it. She's going to get a good breather. So right now, Glenbard South needs to utilize this and get it to their best advantage, because right now they're in that zone, and if they could go man-to-man and force them to shoot outside, because right now Glenbard's holding for that last shot. You got 26 seconds to work with. So what Glenbard South needs is to utilize the definite advantage they have as far as height. Bat driving, Bat, and she picks up a foul with 12 seconds. Much to the delight of Glenbard West crowd. Here he has another substitution. Winder comes in now for Glenbard South for the final 12 seconds. Lori Bat now, I think, will have 2 shots. Yes, she will. That's what the referee is in motion to us. First shot. And it goes up and it falls. Makes it 23-11 now. You got 12 seconds of which to work with. Lori Bat sinks her second shot now, 24-11. As now they bring up the ball fast. Skowron gets it over now to Hanley, and Hanley loses it. As now Bajadek's gonna have to put it up. And it does not fall for her. She put up an errant shot. So that, with the first half of play over with, and a nice applause from the crowd, 24-11. And Glenbard West out in front. And then the first half relatively was their own, as now they're going to go head to the locker room. And we'll have a relatively short halftime period. And we'll be back on the air at the beginning of the second half. Back here at Glenbard North High School. And our score now as we get set for the second half of play, 24 Glenbard West Lady Toppers out in front. And 11 points for the Raiders of Glenbard South. This is for the regional championship. The winner will advance to one of the toughest sectionals, I think, in the state.